If you're a home service business owner and you're spending thousands every month on ads, leads, and marketing, chances are that you might still feel like most of those leads slip right through your fingers. You and your team are buried under calls and estimates, chasing people who never call you back, or worse, they're just price shopping, comparing 10 different contractors, and wasting your time. Meanwhile, the money you spend to get those leads, gone. And deep down, you know your lead to customer conversion and your revenue per lead should be higher. If any of this sounds familiar, this video is for you. Because what you're about to see could completely change the game for your business. Here's what I'm going to share with you in the next couple of minutes. The hidden tags almost every home service business pays without even realizing it, the little known automations that follow up with your leads while you sleep and book them straight into your calendar without human effort, why more leads aren't the answer, and the hidden flaw that makes most home service owners burn thousands on ads, the one mistake that causes your best prospects to quietly choose your competitor even when they actually like you more at the beginning, the easiest way to capture every single lead from your website, phone, or social media without spending an extra dollar on marketing, the forgotten fortune sitting in your CRM and how to bring it back to life, and how a simple shift in timing can increase your chances of converting your leads by 300 to 91%, and why most companies miss this by hours, sometimes even days. Now, let me be clear about something. The fact that you're not converting more leads into paying jobs doesn't mean your leads are bad. It doesn't mean your salespeople don't know what they're doing. The real problem? You don't have a reliable system that consistently nurtures your leads until they're ready to buy. What you're missing is a process that never forgets a lead, that always knows exactly where they are in your pipeline, and a process that keeps nudging them forward until they finally become customers. Because generating leads is one thing, but converting them? That's the real game. Especially today when more and more contractors are fighting for the same customers. To win, you have to be the first one there when a lead reaches out. You have to follow up faster and you have to follow up longer. Not for a day or two, but for weeks, months, even years if that's what it takes. Because the fortune is in the follow up. Unfortunately, the reality of most home service owners is that they rely on their office staff or sales guys to handle that follow up. But the fact is, they're busy. They forget, they get distracted, or they move on to the next estimate. Which means thousands of dollars in revenue are slipping through the cracks every single month. Plus, let's face it, constant follow-up is boring and tedious. Just imagine following up day after day with the same leads, calling them, texting them, and not hearing back from them. It just gets daunting, and you can just imagine, I wouldn't be doing it, you probably wouldn't too. And plus, it pulls your team away from the work that actually best at, the work that brings real value to your business and customers, instead of chasing those cold prospects that don't answer. And all of this adds up to what I call the operational tax. It's a hidden cost that is not imposed by the government, and you won't see it on your P&L, but one you still pay every single month. It's the price of bottlenecks inside your business, like lead response times measured in hours or even days, important client documents lost in endless email threads and spreadsheets, a CRM that's basically a graveyard of old forgotten leads, and no consistent systemized follow-up in place that would prevent leads from slipping through the cracks. Now, this is the real silent killer in home service businesses today. It's not the lack of leads, it's not the quality of your work, but the lack of a simple, consistent system that would help you maximize the value of every single prospect from the moment they hit your website or ad to the final conversion. So, is there a way to cut this operational tax? Of course there is. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here watching this video. You see, the truth is we live in a time where technology is evolving faster than ever, and right now, the businesses that are winning are the ones leveraging it. I'm obviously talking about AI, and AI automation is exactly what allows you to do all of this, without hiring more staff and without adding more stress to your or your team's plate. But for most home service owners, that world doesn't feel simple. It feels complicated, confusing, and hard to know where to start. And I completely get it. That's why most home service business owners I speak with are hesitant about this whole AI automation thing. It feels like something built for tech companies, not for contractors. And some even worried it's here to replace their team. But that's not the case. It's here to free them up from busy work, to handle the repetitive, time-consuming tasks that no one actually enjoys doing, so your staff can focus on the work that truly grows your business. It's not about reinventing the wheel. It's about enhancing what's already working for you, filling the gaps that are currently costing you leads, money, and time. Think about it this way. AI automation today is like personal computers in the 1990s. Back then, most business owners said, "Oh, I don't need a computer, I've got people for that. Look, my accountant handles everything by hand." But today, you can't even imagine running an office without computers. They became the standard. And whether you like it or not, the exact same thing is happening with AI right now. Some businesses will adopt it sooner, others later. But eventually, everybody will have to start using it in order to keep up the pace with competition. And the ones who embrace it now will gain a massive competitive advantage. Like Mark Cuban said in one of his recent interviews, there will be only two types of companies in this world, the ones that are great at AI and everybody else. And the fact that you're still watching this video tells me that you probably want to be in the first category. You're not like the average business owner who ignores change until it's too late. You're in the small percentage that's open-minded, forward-thinking, and willing to do what it takes to win. And that is truly the case if you're interested in automated funnels that take care of the leads in your pipeline, in AI that would help you capture more leads and streamline your process, then you're one of those business owners we built our system for. A system built specifically for home service companies like yours. A system that can help you turn your operational chaos into predictable profit. It's called Lead Flow Operating System. This is not just another tool, it's a complete system that gives you a competitive edge and operational leverage you've been missing. In other words, it's how you finally eliminated operational tax for good and turn as many leads you generate into a real opportunity for your business. For one of our clients who's running a residential exterior cleaning business, they're cleaning solar panels, roofs, facades, driveways, etc. Leveraging this system resulted in a 10x ROI on their marketing spend. Put differently, in just a few months, they were able to close more than 100 customers, and their closing rate jumped from 29% to 47% on ad-generated leads alone. This is their testimonial. Another client who runs a custom windows and doors company says that they have been so busy with all the orders they can barely keep up. Their entire capacity is already full, and we had to run ads for hiring in production 3 separate times this year just to help them handle the flood of orders. So, if you want to see similar results for your own home service business, without further ado, let me quickly show you what our lead flow operating system is all about. So as you can see here, this is the whole lead flow operating system in a nutshell. It's made up of 3 main pillars that all work together to make sure that every single lead that comes into your business, to your website, social media, phone, whatever, that we increase the likelihood of them becoming your lead and then converting them into paying customers for your business. So we've got the lead lock pillar, the conversion compass pillar, and the freedom flywheel. Each of these pillars is designed to handle a different part of the process, and I'm going to walk you through each one briefly so you can see how it all fits together. So lead log is all about making sure no opportunity slips away, because prospects are always searching for answers, the best service, or something that feels different. In other words, they're searching for value, and the company that delivers the most value wins the most leads. Simple as that. And the easiest way to do that is by being the most responsive, by being there whenever people reach out by phone, on your website, or through social media, by being there and responding to them immediately. That's how you win the game. So the lead log pillar basically transforms your website, social media channel, phone lines into a 24/7 lead capture machine, so that every single lead is locked into your pipeline and you get the maximum return on every marketing dollar you spend. Because here's the thing, you might be spending lots of money to position high on Google, to get people, to get traffic to your website or social media, or to call you, but if you're not there for them to answer all their questions, to be there to immediately respond, they might choose your competitors over you just because the competitor is more responsive, even if they liked you more at the beginning. And we achieve that by 4 different components. So the first one is instant AI lead magnet, that is about offering something valuable, something different than your competitors, something incentivizing that makes people want to leave their details to you. So in this case, an instant AI quote or estimate generator that delivers the estimate to the prospect in under 60 seconds. And just imagine how people will be more compelled to actually submit their data, submit their form on your website if you would offer that. And the second one is the social media DM chatbot, which captures every lead right inside the platform like Facebook or Instagram, because the majority of people are spending time on social media. Now this depends on how much traffic you're actually getting into your DMs, but if a lot of people are reaching out to you there, this chatbot is there 24/7 to answer all their questions, qualify them, and book them directly into your calendar. And it represents the most frictionless way for the leads to actually get into your pipeline by not needing to go to your website or calling you, or because if they're there, they are much more likely to become your lead if you respond there on this channel. Then we have the website chatbot widget, which basically does the same as social media DM chatbot. When people are on your website, they can talk to it. Again, it can answer all their questions, qualify them, and book them directly into your calendar without any friction. And then lastly, we have the inbound voice agent that can take inbound calls to your business 24/7. You already have someone, answering your calls. It could be set up to work only after hours, over the weekends, when holidays, when there's nobody to pick up the phone, because that makes sure that every single lead that calls you never sleeps, to the cracks, never go to your competitors, because they would be more responsive than you. So it basically eliminates voicemails and phone tag, and every call gets immediate attention and a clear path to getting their needs met. Then we have the conversion compass, which is all about turning capture leads into paying customers. This is the core pillar of our system, because generating leads is only half the battle. The real profit comes from turning those leads into paying customers. Yet most businesses waste thousands in ad spend simply because they don't follow up fast enough or long enough. And conversion compass is there to maximize the potential of every lead you generate, from instant SMS messages to email replies to outbound voice agent that call new leads immediately on the spot to ongoing follow-up campaigns that keep prospects engaged. It ensures that no opportunity goes cold. And for the leads already sitting dormant in your CRM, you might have a large database of leads that you accumulated in the past. You spent money on them, but they're now just sitting there that never convert into paying customers for you. We can, take those leads and reactivate them using AI, and rebook them into your calendar. So the result of the conversion compass is higher lead to customer conversion rates, healthier bottom line, higher revenue per lead, just more revenue for your business without spending an extra dollar lead generation. Now, this pillar consists of 3 different major components, and then they're divided into some small ones as well. But basically, the first component addresses the speed to lead, because the biggest killer of one lead is slow response time. When a potential customers fill out a form on your website or your ads, the clock starts ticking and every second counts. And the faster you come back to your leads, the higher likelihood that you'll actually convert them. That's why we include immediate SMS and email follow-up to those leads, and outbound voice agent that immediately calls them in under 60 seconds. This combined allow you personalized follow-up to your leads, so you reach out to them via all possible channels, because it's crucial, because each lead prefers different kind of communication, and once you see where they respond, then you can continue, the conversation there. By responding to your leads in under 60 seconds, you actually increase the likelihood of actually converting them by 391%. This was a study done by Velocify Research when they analyzed more than 3 million leads, and they come to this conclusion. Not to mention that, 78% of customers choose the first company that contacts them to work with. So by combining these automations, significantly increase the likelihood of them converting your customers and just make your company be perceived like professional, like very responsive in people's eyes. Of course, we don't call them just once, because most people won't pick up the phone the first time. That's we had a whole call schedule. We're calling them again and again and again, and this is directly bound to our follow-up and nurturing funnels, because the fortune is in the follow-up. Like I said, most prospects won't respond first message or call, nor to the second one, to the third one, fourth, fifth. Maybe some of them will have to get 20 plus touch points in order to actually respond and become interested in your services to convert for you. As you can see, we have lots of different funnels in place for different occasions. So when a new lead comes in, when a follow-up, when an estimate is created, when an appointment is booked, for the review funnel, long-term nurturing, no-show funnel, cancellation funnel, and this is all automated to nurture your leads via SMS and emails, and also calls to keep them engaged, to warm them up, and to guide them toward becoming a paying customer for your business. And the best part, these follow-ups, these funnels are not the ordinary one-way follow-ups, because the moment a lead responds, AI jumps in, answers all the questions, and book them into your calendar to continue the sales cycle with one of your sales experts. So this right here is a goal for every home service business. And then the last component of Conversion Compass is CRM reactivation chatbot, which basically takes all the cold leads sitting in your CRM and re-engage them, because if you have hundreds, maybe even thousands of leads sitting there, it's very, very hard to contact each and every one of them manually, but AI can do this instantly and without any issues. Plus, again, it can follow up with them consistently. Now, for this instance, we usually use SMS because it's the highest performer. Every SMS is basically opened and seen by people, and their average response rate is very high, 45%. So we could also implement this AI agent as a voice agent, so to call people or to call them via email, but just for the sake of performance, the SMS is the most reliable. So this wraps up the Conversion Compass. And then we have also the Freedom Flywheel pillar, which is all about removing bottlenecks, automating the busy work, so your leads flow even faster and smoother to conversion. It frees up your team from competitive tasks and keeps everything moving seamlessly, so you can focus on what truly grows your business. Because most companies don't realize how much time they lose every day to repetitive, low-value tasks. It's not just owners, but also a team that spends hours buried in email threads, project updates, CRM inputs, and back and forth messages that eat into focus and productivity. That's exactly what kind of drain Freedom Flywheel eliminates by automating the busy work from scheduling, reminders, internal notifications, vendor updates, and customer communications. Keeps both you and your team focused on high-value work. So again, it consists of 3 different components, like I mentioned: different updates, different notifications, and emails. It could be automated. Then we have the customer support chatbot that can answer all of your customers' questions, whether it's via phone or email. If the inquiries keep repeating, are the same, and can be handled by AI. And if not, if the inquiry is too complex, you can intelligently transfer complex issues to a live agent, to one of your team members, with a full chat history, preventing customer frustration. So that's it. And the last component of Freedom Flywheel is document creation, which automates proposals, estimates, invoices, and more, so nothing slows down the path from lead to customer conversion. If you have some repeatable data entry from one spreadsheet or whatever to another document, this could be automated. Depends on what kind of tools you're using, but yeah. I also want to mention which CRMs can we work with, because I know this is a major point for every home service business. So we can connect our system, connect leads, sync everything with the CRMs like Jobber, JobNimble, Service Titan, AccuLink, Housecall Pro, HubSpot, Leap, and others. So basically, almost any kind of CRM that you're currently using. That's it. That's lead flow operating system in a nutshell. And you're ready to stop letting leads slip through the cracks and start turning more of them into paying customers with less stress and more consistency. Then here's the next step you can take. Just click the button right below this video and you'll be able to book a call with me. On the call, we'll dive into your current workflow, pinpoint any bottlenecks, and figure out exactly which part of the lead flow operating system might help you, might bring the biggest ROI for you. You don't have to go with the whole system if that doesn't make sense. Again, based on your current workflows, current metrics, current bottlenecks, we determine which part of it makes the most sense for you, and then talk about possible next step, what could be implemented into your business to help you the most. It's about customizing it to what works best for you. So remember, as Mark Cuban said, there will be only 2 types of companies: those that excel with AI and everyone else. And if you want to be in the first category, by booking this call, you're taking the first step to put yourself in it. And basically, the sooner you start, the sooner you'll start seeing results. So like I said, click the button below this video, schedule a complimentary, non-obligational call with me, and you'll make this first step towards this first category Mark was talking about. If you watched this video till the end, congratulations, thank you for sticking with me, and I'll see you on the call.